Here we are, driven to the corners of our seemingly endless strings of bills. How we so badly wish it could be a dream we will wake up from. As we hold the pen, scribbling on a piece of paper, hoping the calculations will somehow dissipate all the bills and let our income breathe a breath of relief. But wait a minute, let's take a step back from our present predicament and think about it. What if there's a way out of this misery of not enough that we find ourselves? What if we could wake up in a mansion tomorrow? Are we willing to give it a try? Are we willing to sow a different seed in order to reap a different fruit from the garden of the same low income that has for long evaded our definition of a better life? After reading books on personal finance, listening to audiobooks, and watching several seminars by some super successful people who were once where we are today, I present to you 5 proven wealth building strategies for low income earners like you and me. Would you like to know them? Would you like a solution you can be applying gradually that will take you away from where you are right now to that dreamland of yours? Before the end of this video, I will also share with you a bonus tip that makes the 5 proven wealth building strategies for low income earners easier to apply and follow through on, thereby making the journey from where you are to where you want to be in your financial life seem like just a stone throw away, like the next bend you're about to take. Before we go deep, bear in mind this disclaimer. I am neither a professor on matters of finance from any recognized institution, nor a philosopher who claims to have the solution to all your financial problems. I am an ordinary person like you. I came to the realization that I have to go back to the drawing board and re-strategize in the areas of my finances if I don't want to live the rest of my life swimming in the pool of debt and living from hand to mouth. After the books I read, the audiobooks I listened to, and seminars I watched by those living the dream on how to master the art of wealth building regardless of my income range, I feel that sharing what I have learned along the way will be useful to someone somewhere out there. This is also not a get rich quick scheme. Just as it takes time for anything planted in your garden to grow, coupled with weeding, trimming, and clearing of unwanted thorns along the way, if you apply the 5 strategies and the bonus tip for wealth building that we will be discussing in this video, you will in no time begin to feel the fresh air of freedom from debt and lack. You will realize that the dreams you almost gave up on can be achieved when you apply these strategies. What is the first strategy? I hear you ask. Well, here it is. 1. Change your thinking about money. Many of us in the low income range think that there is nothing we can do about our financial crisis. We believe that our low income will never be enough to get us to that dreamland, filled with the lifestyle we so much yearn for. The good news is this: change starts with a change. Meditate on that. Change the way you think about money. That continuous thought about not having enough has shaped your belief about money. Begin to think about how you can plan for a better future with whatever income you earn starting this day. Once your thoughts about money begin to move in the right direction, you can now move on to the application of the second strategy. Number 2, have a mapped out expense plan for your income. How many times have you asked yourself, where did all that money went? Well, you know the answer to that. It is important to always remember that your income is what you have at the moment to work with. When it comes to living your life now, as you plan for an inevitable future, take time to plan out your expenses before touching any part of your income, no matter how pressing the situation may be. This is a good time to remind you that if you fail to plan, you are simply planning to fail. Are you following me so far? Number 3, cultivate the habit of saving money. A portion of your income should always go to a savings account that you will not touch. It is always good to cultivate the habit of saving money for the sake of saving money. This is important in preparing for any opportunity that may show up when you least expect, and also for unforeseen events in the future. Eat not all your cake at once. When deciding on the percentage of your income to save, make sure you choose the amount that won't affect other important expenses. You can't save more than you can handle and start borrowing money at the end of the day. That's like making a mockery of oneself. The 4th one, prioritize your needs over your wants. There are things and activities that contribute to the smooth functioning of our day-to-day that we can't do without, even if we try. Prioritize the lion's share of your expenses on this, while paying little to no attention on the less important ones. When you begin to prioritize your needs over your wants, you've taken a step in the right direction, even though you may not know. Hope you're still with me. Go nowhere just yet. Number 5, learn to live below your means. Many of us in the low income parameters love to keep up with the Joneses. We want to belong even before we belong. We want to be seen wearing expensive wares, driving expensive cars, and living in areas our income can hardly pay for. This is a sure prediction that such a person's future is heading to the gallows before it even begins. You have to learn to cut down on your expenses when it comes to keeping up with the Joneses, and care less about what others think about you. Let them see you the way they want to see you. The most important person to you is you. What matters most to you is how you see yourself. 95% of the time, you will reap the fruit of the seed you plant today in the future. What will your harvest in the future be like? You need to think about that. Before I give you the bonus tip that encompasses the 5 proven wealth-building strategies, which makes the journey smoother, easier, and within reach, here is a recap so far. Change your thinking about money, for your thoughts make or break you. Have a mapped out expense plan for your income, for it is all you have to work with at the moment. Cultivate the habit of saving a portion of your income for unplanned events and opportunities that may come your way along the way to the future. Prioritize your needs over your wants by dedicating more of your income on things of importance, and learn to live below your means by cutting your coat according to your size. Stop keeping up with the Joneses. And now for the bonus tip. Drum roll please. Discipline. While growing up, I heard the definition of discipline probably from one of the audio books by Brian Tracy, which goes like this: discipline means doing what you ought to do when you ought to do it, whether you feel like it or not. To make the definition more complete to myself, I added Nike's slogan, "Just do it," at the end of that definition, making the definition now sound like this: discipline means doing what you ought to do when you ought to do it, whether you feel like it or not. Just do it. I can hear some of you thinking to yourself, well, I know all of this before, so why is it making it sound like it's something new? I'd also like to remind you that to know and not to do is the same thing as not to know. You need to cultivate the discipline to follow through on the 5 proven wealth-building strategies for low income earners like you and me. And watch as your income begin to live a life of meaning as far as your finances are concerned. Without discipline, stagnancy is inevitable. Don't be like a ship in the middle of the sea without its rudder. Captain the ship of your finances to your desired destination. Don't forget to check out other videos in this channel. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I'm still wondering, what are you waiting for?